YouTube, welcome back to another tutorial. Today I'm going to show you guys how to make your own edits using existing parts of a track that is already iconic or known to your audience and mixing in your own drop, your own flavor, your own style to create a really cohesive, cool, new sounding track. Now, I will let you know that I am going to be doing the Subtronics and Wooly collab, hallelujah. And today's video is also going to include a ton of presets that I'll be using, and then I also kind of customize them myself, and that is going to be from no other than Odd Profit's new gun pack, which is Guns of the Unholy, which we will get into later in this video. But I am going to be showcasing a lot of cool presets, a lot of how I resample them and do my own thing to make it just my own style, but we will discuss that later in the video. Here is what the track sounds like. Okay, so the biggest thing in starting doing an edit with this approach is knowing what you're going to keep, which is probably the most iconic parts of this. For example, this track, everyone knows this. If you're playing this in a live show, like, everyone knows it's coming. So I kept a lot of the calls, and it's very simple. It's just... That's it, and I do my own responses, turn around, and all that stuff as well. So we're keeping iconic parts to bring the listener back into the track. Obviously, you don't have to do this. You can scrap it all and do what you wanted, but I like doing this because it gives the listener a familiar approach. And when I play stuff like this live, it seems to do really well, and it's fun for the audience. So first thing I did was take this original, and I actually just figured out the rhythm here and figured out what I wanted to do with it, and that made this, which is just, I literally just copied the sound and transposed it up as I wanted. It sounds like this. It's important that I do that because I'm coming back to this in the B section. So I'm kind of just letting the listener know that, hey, A, in the fake out here, that this is not the original track, and B, I use it later. So I keep his original drums, I add my own hats, or tops, whatever you want to call it, and I add a few risers as well throughout. So that's pretty much it. It's a 140 dubstep track, so it's 1 and 3 on the kick and the snare. We're doing all the basic fundamentals, and after we get to that, we are now at the basses. And by the way, if you guys want to get this actual project file, I'm actually dropping it in my Patreon by the time this goes live. It'll be in my Patreon along with this actual flip. I'll export this, and you can have it for your DJ references. So with that being said, we are into the presets. There are tons, and each one that he has extras and other stuff in each one, and each one's also customizable. You have tones, resonance, pitch, tone in this one, but they're different for each one, and you create a lot of cool stuff. For example, this is the Superb Beefed. It sounds like this whenever I'm actually playing it without the fake out. These are supposed to have sub, but I took them out. One of my favorites is the Messiah preset. Messiah, what is this? Messiah something. I'm assuming this fucks with pH. I have no idea, to be honest, but it's one of my favorites. very odd profit-ish, but I really just love that Combs resonance sound. And if you guys like this presets and want to get the pack yourself, save you 20%. You can use my name, Wheysted, in the checkout. I'll leave a link down below and tag the discount code. The first 10 people that get it will get this, and you can make insane Tearout and have insane patches like this if you want as well. So let's get into like the rhythm. The rhythm, I'm kind of just layering a lot of different stuff. I just created this groove. This is our main, which is main 1A, as you see labeled. And all I'm really doing is adding a little bit of OTT. Very little amount of OTT. And that's it. Now, if you play with the tone as well, you can get different stuff. And it's just fun. A lot of cool stuff. You can kind of choose however you want it. But I just created this rhythm, and then I have a counter rhythm, which is just the like chord or the half note layered together. It sounds like this. I also have a sustain, which is his Superstition Nasty, and it is a sustain. You choose if you want sub or not. Doesn't matter, we're not going to use a sub, and it sounds really cool. I did put a lot of OTT on this. Got it. It's super mono. And you have all three of these layers together. And then my sub rack, which is already on Patreon. And that one hit's going for this fill of the one I really like, the Messiah. So good. And that's pretty much our whole A section here. I just wanted to create my own rhythm that didn't copy the guns of the original one. And then the B section, I wanted to return to something more familiar that I like, which is BOSSFIGHT, which is that quarter note dubstep. And I just kind of doubled down with this Messiah patch. And I cut the chugs to a quarter note. Added a new support. This is supposed to be a sustain, but I just chopped it up. It worked out. It's cool. And when you add those together, plus this, offbeat as well. Let me get that in there. This is cool as well because it's such a short note. It's not going through the full trigger. You've probably seen my Serum videos where if you cut something short and it has a lot of distortion and compression, it makes a different kind of tone. So all of that together and this growl, which is Party Foul, a really solid growl, by the way. It is not labeled as a growl, but that's why I turned it into, because there's no rules to this. You're just supposed to have fun. All that together, you've got a nice little B section that sounds like this. And I mean, that's pretty much how it starts. From here, I ended up taking this original A patch and just doing some different kind of flows with it, and it created this kind of messy sounding. You're like, that sounds terrible. But the fun thing is you take that and you just play with the stretch, and like this one's like half of that, plus one, other stuff. And I'm also playing with the shift, not much here, but you get this cool kind of pattern whenever you cut it how you want, and it sounds like this. And by itself, it's like, it doesn't sound insanely cool, but in context with the distortion of the sub, adding in a new sustain, which is Elf Bar, because smoking nicotine is cool. Don't do it. Don't get addicted to nicotine. It's bad for you. You get that. And my sub is obviously just following the pattern of this main yellow patch right here called main 2A. So I really like this. I have a lot of fun chopping stuff up, so I had to do that in this. Likewise, Messiah is still filling in. And we're just ending with this pretty much, again, going back to something familiar. And there's one thing to add throughout it, just like I said in the beginning, we're having our original call our original melody that Wooly had. Also, this light is crazy. I'm gonna lean like slightly forward if I can. All right. That's A, and the B section goes up. And we go back. It's pitched up, and that sounds horrible alone, but listen to everything in context when it's high up. It's being maxed. It's being maxed by all of the other sounds. So it's important to mix in context as well, because that sounds like shit by itself, but that's a fun part of it. And other than that, I mean, just easy as it could be with all these presets he gave me. This took me like maybe an hour to make, and you made a really cool, fun edit for your live shows or for your friends, or to release, you know, not on Spotify, but SoundCloud. But yes, I hope this video was informative for you guys. Like I said, you can grab the presets off Odd Profit's website. It's down below. Use my code Wheysted for 20% off for the first 10 people. If you want this actual project file, it is on Patreon along with the actual edit itself. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Tell someone you love them, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.